need that.
Yes, sir. It's pipe time with the boys. What a way to start, right? What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today, we are starting to mock up the cage for the Pro Car S14. Dun, 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 dun. And as you guys know, we got ourselves a cage kit. CageKits.org. Best around. We use their Cage E36, we use their Cage Influence FRS. 3D scan the chassis, design a computer, it's all machine bent, laser cut. You can't get a better fitting cage, especially pre-made on a box.
For many chassis.
For almost every car you can think of. So CageKits.org, see if they have a cage for you. What we have here is like an FD legal cage, straight off a pallet, ready to get welded into this car, which is honestly a huge deal. So
saves many hours.
Many hours, and we still have a beautiful product out of the box. So today, we're gonna get this thing mocked up in the car. You guys saw we took it out of the box, we got it all clean, so not only is it gonna prep it for paint, but it'll prep it for the welds too, which is a huge deal. Don't just do the ends and throw it in, because you're gonna make your life so much more.
I've used many different methods of prepping it, and so far, the Dawn soap and red scuff pad is the best. I've done lacquer thinner and scuff pad. I've done waxing grease remover and scuff pad, brake clean, glass cleaner. So far, this has been the easiest and the nicest.
Soapy water.
Soapy water.
So it's ready for paint and ready for weld. So now's the fun part. Where do we start? First step, strip your interior. See? YouTube magic.
What's really nice about these cage kits, everything has a part number on it. You get a list with it, telling you exactly what it is. Everything down to the base plates are marked.
So it's like a fancy Lego kit. I would say it's an expensive one, but Legos are expensive, so just a metal Lego kit. 1409, what else do we want?
1410, 1411. 11, and we need 1417 and 1418.
And 18.
Everything that makes the main hoop.
So this is rear, so this is forward. Okay. So if you look, what's really nice is there's a small laser etching where the pipes actually line up to each other. Do you see it?
Where they all intersect.
Where they all intersect. So there's no guesswork. It's like, oh, my looks too low, too high. It's literally connect the dots, tack, and well, make it all fit.
So I can tell this is the front because we have these that would be the door bars.
Like, how cool is that, dude? I love this rear section. Instead of just having like a cross with a bar, it's like this symmetrical piece.
The X is sick.
The X is sick, right? So the main hoop, since this won't really need to change shape at all, you could tack all this in place now before we even put it in, right?
You know, if I had a big, nice fab table, it'd make it a lot easier, but yeah, I could do it on the floor.
Send me a link.
I'll do it on the floor on my knees, like some whore that I am.
You can't win with this guy.
So because I'm TIG welding this, wherever these pipes intersect, I'm going to be drilling a small hole in here. What happens is, when you start welding this all the way around, gas builds up inside, and right before you finish your last weld, all that gas will burst out and just blow out. It'll be nasty, it sucks. You don't have to worry about that with MIG welding, but when you want to TIG weld it and do a very nice job, wherever all these pipes intersect and there's no way for the gas to get out, you want to drill, it's like an 1/8 inch pilot. Luckily we're marked where all the pipes intersect, so if I wanted to, I can just go around and just... So now the gas has somewhere to go and it won't blow your weld out.
So we can't just weld the tubes to the chassis, right? This metal's super thin, and all you have for surface area is where it connects, right? You need to disperse that load. So you make a plate. So this is a way thicker piece of metal. The cage will actually be welded to this, and then this will disperse that load onto the thinner metal of the chassis, right? So we get our piece that already comes pre-cut and pre-bent. Sits right there perfectly.
It's wild how nice that sits in there.
It's nice. That's huge. Sometimes you just don't have a nice flat surface to weld to, so the plates are a must. warm.
A little tight. Love that.
I mean, that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
Nice and snug. What's nice too is a lot of these pre-bent cages, the height, they give you way too much. So you always end up having to trim it down.
No, this is perfect.
These we never have to trim down, which is nice. Like that, all those little steps really add up to save you time.
Already looks like a race car.
Dude, I'm so excited for this. We don't have a flat surface for this to bolt to. So now, this is a 2-for-1. So it builds a pedestal for it and disperses the load. Just like that. Damn, it's such a nice fit. Yeah, the hoop's back, so.
Yeah.
So right there.
Tape. 1404's front top bar. Where's the dash bar? 1429. Maybe it's just that tight.
All right, this piece is wild.
That's wild. I think it probably goes each way.
I've never seen
That's
that
cool. I was waiting for that to happen, honestly.
We need more tape. That scared the shit out of me. Got a spoon and a mouse trap.
Oh god.
That's why you tack things together. Let's try this all over again.
Back in, we got our bar that basically completes our halo, which is pretty cool. And this will be all gusseted in here, but it's good, it's tight, it's in place. We got the ratchet strap holding together. So Spoon wants to mock up the door bars next to kind of figure out that depth. One thing I want to show you guys, which I'm very, very hyped about, is if you look at this on the cage, the main hoop is behind the B pillar, which is huge, right? A lot of guys will put their main hoop on the floor behind their rear seat, so they'll put it right here, right? Instead of on the pedestal of the back seat, which limits the spacing for your seat so bad. So if you're above 5'10", just put it up behind the B pillar. It'll give you so much room. So this cage is tall man friendly, which is huge. First. Imagine I have to make each one of these uprights. Like, just a few small pieces of kids. It takes so long. But dude, these door bars, I love them. I am so picky about door bars, and these are so good because you kind of get the best of both worlds, right? It's nice and low, so it's easy to get in and out of, but they do protrude, where it actually makes it feel like we have a lot of room inside the cab. Such a good balance, because you could go way over the top on door bars that make the car really inconvenient. Obviously, you want it super safe, but I'm already such a big dude being crammed in these cars. Having something that's easy to get in and out of is like huge. And that looks sick. Especially something sleek like this versus, you know, the typical NASCAR style where it's like a pull cage that comes out. You know, obviously there's perks to everything, but I'm a huge fan of this.
Is this the most frustrating part?
Fitting it, yeah.
I would lose my mind.
Because you hit one thing and it moves the other thing. Now, is there a reason why you like to dry fit everything before you just start kind of tacking stuff?
Yeah, so I'll dry fit everything. I'll tack the front section together, tack the center section together, tack the rear section together, and then break those off so I can weld those separately.
Okay.
And then it's easier to pop back in the car and then just have to weld up here, here.
So you do the full main dry mock just because things do move with each little piece and you want to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially with a kit like this, we can count on that it fits perfect. That if it doesn't fit, you know you're doing something wrong. Versus like if you made the cage, I can imagine like at moments you're like, did I mess this up completely, or is it like just not sitting right? You know?
No, this thing fits so tight. It's a little frustrating, but it's not bad. Yeah, this cage has to go. The whole thing have to go further back. Because this is already close. Cage fits that tight.
That's a good piece,
That's
dude.
satisfying.
That's so nice. These would be so annoying to me. You want to take it out? Yeah. Jesus, that's so funny. That's so funny, dude.
How cool is that?
I want to put this on my bed and have a little S14 bed. Like how cool.
Junior's S14 bag?
Yeah. You can put a queen size in here. 2F, can you send me one more? Last set of main tubes we have to figure out is the rear. So this is simple.
Front half's tacked in. It took me a little bit to get the cage centered in the car. Door bars are figured out. Anti-intrusion bars are figured out. These are all the rear bars. I already organized it.
Let's fit them up.
Yeah, the whole cage has to come back. So.
That's good though. Tells us where it actually wants to sit.
This is why we dry fit it. Tack it in the car.
We're half inch away. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Is that still? Yeah, it's still. These are close enough, and we're going to use the diagonal bar to figure out where these actually want to sit. It's literally 3 tubes meeting on a bend, and they just seamlessly fall together. That's so cool. It's so nice if we were making it just. TIG is so nice though.
Way nicer.
All hands on deck. Vice grip Jim.
Hey yo. Vice grip Jim is crazy.
Okay, Jim?
Chilling.
Nice tight fit.
Oh, like a toy.
Thought you were holding it, Jim.
You didn't say to hold it.
You're right. I can see you, right?
Hey, yo, make sure my shit's straight.
That's good. I love the double X. My E36 like this. Your car is like this. The double X, like when you sit right here, it's just so good. That didn't line up perfectly. It looks so bad, but when it lines up perfectly, it looks so freaking cool.
It's good, it's good. My shit's straight.
Anti-intrusion bars. Can't tacked up. No intruders.
Yeah! I'm done. I mean, it's mocked up.
We'll throw some tires on this bitch and go for a drive. That looks great. I love this cage so much.
It's so sick.
You see some cages and you're like, bro, that's too much. And I get it, safety, but like,
This thing's cool.
tight, it's clean, it doesn't look inconvenient. Like the car doesn't feel any smaller, but it's safe. It's,
Nah, I feel roomy.
it's up to the rules. Like, what can you ask for, you know? So now what, right? It's tacked into place, but do you just sit here and weld the whole thing, or
No.
what?
So my train of thought is, front half is tacked in, center section, rear section. I can break the rear section off, weld it outside the car, weld the center hoop outside the car, weld the front half in the car, just leaning down.
Yeah, because the more, make the miserable moments minimal.
Put everything back in the car, tack it in, and then I will kick those pedestals off, slide the cage forward and drop it, and then door bars are very last.
Hell yeah. Alright, time to go buy some argon and lay some weld.
A lot of welding. eyes back.
Oh my god, he's in the shot with you.
Mother. Mother. It's dead by the end of the day.
So to finish off the video, we're gonna do a little something with the 8.6. So I was hoping to do a video where we do all the glass and trim in one, because it's gonna be honestly a major transformation. I've been having a really hard time piecing all the seals, clips, everything together. I found most of them, and I have most of them, but some things are taking longer to come out than others, and I want to get this thing sealed up. So now one of our boys happened to find me a windshield for this car, which is amazing because we never had one, and it was tricky. So today he's gonna finally glue the windshield in and hopefully glue the quarter glass in, since they can go in without the trim, since the trim actually clips and bolts the chassis. I'm excited for it. So let's get the glass in. This is crazy.
Dude, we need to buy a twin bed.
That's what I said. I said the same thing.
2F kit for James.
Stress out your glass guy. Really want it.
That don't bother me, bro, at all. That bothers me. That bothers me.
Leave this man alone, bro.
What not to do to anyone working on your car. Talk to me here. What are you doing? What's this first step we got going on here?
We primering that with the glue bond to the vehicle.
Yeah, because it wouldn't adhere straight to the clear too well, would it?
Exactly. This primer we eat the clear and made the glue
Nice chemical bond
to the car.
So the quarter glass on these cars are actually held in with butyl tape, right? So it's kind of like just a sealing tape, and then these clips hold the glass in. But since we don't ever want to worry about it, we're actually going to glue the windows in. Just a thin layer of glue, basically just to seal it up, give us some modern standards. I get the invoices twice as much.
Jimmy,
Yeah, it's got to go back.
can you pull that pin out?
So it's got to, yeah, you see it. See him being a backseat mechanic. Shut up, Jimmy. So we're just using a couple of the old clips to give the window position. And then we have to put all the clips back in because it actually holds the trim on. And I got to make sure that trim does not fly off because it is expensive.
Make sure my shit's straight. Eso pasa al chichón. What do you guys think of the color?
Put me on the books. Okay, so finding a new windshield for this car was not easy, but the boys were able to hold it down for me, and they got one that actually had like the sun visor built in. You said you found a blue one and a green one, right?
Yes.
So
Two options available.
there was what?
Two options.
Two options, yeah.
Green and blue, but she's green to this.
I think, oh cool, green on the green?
Yeah.
I think it's a cool touch. It looks super like 80s, 90s, doesn't it? So there was 3 in the country, they got one for me, so very grateful. And I'm really excited to see how this looks on the car. And if it clashes, you know what? You put a little banner on it. Big moment.
Big Mayako.
Point top.
Oh, that color, the color of the windshield,
blends
yeah, settled out so much because of the angle.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff. Dude, it looks beautiful. It might not seem like a big deal on camera, but this like brings the car together. Like every time we add a little bit to this car, it just keeps getting better. The windshield looks beautiful. That slight green tint works with the color very, very well. This car is staying fishbowl, no tint. Like you gotta let the inside bark. Now the only thing we're missing, of course, is the back glass. I got it all cleaned up and ready to go, but the seal hasn't come in yet. This actually doesn't go in with any glue. You rope the seal in and the seal keeps it in. So we could actually do this one in house. And hopefully that shows up tomorrow. But if we look at it from front, perfect. Now it's just about like $1,200 worth of trim on the car still. It's disgusting, but the front windshield stuff came in bent, so hopefully the next stuff comes in good. I gotta paint all the door molding, which we have, and then I have 1 quarter glass molding, right? I'm missing 1, so I need your guys' help because this is very hard to find for the hatchet. Driver's side here, I am missing this right here. So there's a 90, a straight, and a 90. I cannot find that thing anywhere. So if anyone happens to have that, please don't send me eBay listings. If anyone personally happens to have that, DM me or Steve. That's the last thing hold up before I could repaint all this stuff and get the trim on, which we'll get this thing. The trim is what's gonna bring the whole thing together. The more black we put on the car, the better it looks.
Just this piece.
Yeah, so there's a 90,
Right there.
a straight, and a 90. They're separate pieces. So this is really easy because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces just for that, right? Everything else we have, I'm just missing that, so please. This car looks absolutely incredible and it just keeps getting better. This is the first time we've ever had glass in this car. When I got it, I think it had the quarter glass in it, but that was it. No hatch glass. It had never had a windshield in it, so this feels amazing and it feels like a real car. And technically I can go drive it now, which is sick. We're gonna wait for the trim, all right? But we got the cage fit up. It looks incredible. Now Spoon can get in there and start laying some welds down and get that thing actually attached to the chassis and really bring that thing to the next level and the next step of the process. And of course, 8.6, we are still chipping away at it. But for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. And Steve,
Have a great night.
It's sad because I